This is not an accident. You didn't click this by chance. And you weren't meant to hear these words later. Allah allowed you to see this now right before things change. If your heart has been feeling uneasy, if something in your life feels like it's about to shift, but you can't explain how, if you've been silently asking Allah for relief, clarity, or a sign, this isn't random. But before I explain what's changing, there's something you need to understand first. Because if you miss this, you'll misread what Allah is about to do in your life. Bismillah. Let's talk about a moment most people don't recognize until it has already passed. Allah doesn't always change your situation first. Very often, He changes you first. And the sign that change is coming isn't excitement. It isn't sudden happiness. It's discomfort, restlessness, heaviness, a quiet feeling that something no longer fits the way it used to. That feeling you've been carrying lately, the one you can't fully name, the one that makes you feel unsettled even when things look fine on the outside. That's not weakness, that's preparation. Before Allah brings ease, He often removes attachment. Before He opens a door, He loosens your grip on what you were holding on to. And before things change outwardly, something shifts inwardly. That's why this phase feels confusing. You're not where you used to be, but you're not where you're going yet. So your heart feels stretched. Think about how many times lately you've felt distant from things that once mattered deeply. How conversations feel emptier. How distractions don't satisfy the way they used to. How even sins feel hollow, not tempting, just draining. That's not coincidence. Allah is gently pulling your heart away from what can't go with you into the next phase. And here's what most people misunderstand. When Allah is about to change something in your life, He often makes you uncomfortable with what you were once comfortable with. Because if you were still content, you'd never move. If you were still attached, you'd never let go. So Allah allows dissatisfaction, not to punish you, but to move you. Allah tells us, Allah is gentle with His servants. Gentleness doesn't always feel soft. Sometimes it feels like pressure. Sometimes it feels like loss. Sometimes it feels like confusion, but it's still mercy. Look at your life right now. Have you been pushed into silence lately? Forced to sit with your thoughts more than before? Made aware of habits, relationships, or patterns that suddenly feel heavy? That awareness is not random. Allah doesn't expose emptiness unless He intends to fill it. He doesn't remove comfort unless He plans to replace it with something better. And He doesn't shake your heart unless He's preparing it to receive something new. This is why you were guided to see this reminder, because what's coming next requires a different version of you. A softer heart, a lighter grip, a deeper trust, and Allah is doing the work quietly without announcement. Here's the part you need to hear clearly. Change doesn't always arrive with ease first. Sometimes it arrives with clarity, and clarity can hurt. It hurts to realize you outgrew a version of yourself. It hurts to admit something you prayed for is no longer good for you. It hurts to accept that waiting was part of the answer. But clarity is a mercy. Allah says, perhaps you dislike a thing, and it is good for you. You may not see the full picture yet, but the fact that your heart is awakening, questioning, reflecting, means movement has already begun. So don't rush this phase. Don't numb it. Don't talk yourself out of what Allah is teaching you right now. Instead, do one simple thing. Tonight or whenever you're alone, sit quietly and say, "Oh Allah, if you are changing something in my life, prepare my heart for it. Detach me from what no longer serves me, and don't let me resist what you're bringing." Then trust, because Allah does not send awareness without intention. He does not stir the heart without a plan. And He does not bring you this far just to leave you confused. You were allowed to see this reminder right before things change. Not to scare you, But to steady you, what's coming may not look like what you expected, but it will be closer to what you need. If this reached you at the exact moment your heart needed it, stay connected. More reminders are coming for people standing quietly on the edge of change.